Well, Snazzy Jazzy got mad enough off my last videos to respond to her and, just tell me that my work wasn't good enough, even though he begged me to come out there all the time. And talked about my work quality. Said that, in the 5 hours I was there, I just didn't get enough done, which I didn't get a lot done. I was getting the whole bathroom laid out, that he was ready to do without pulling a permit, or doing anything legal or doing it the right way. But I had to lay it out, figure how we're going to do everything. So yet, plumbing takes a little bit of thought. And now that I've thought it out for him, he believes he can do it himself. I'd like to see the shit show that comes out of some plumbing this guy does. He thinks because he knows money that he knows everything, but he don't. He's about a stupid, I would call him a stupid SOB if I didn't know his mother so well and know she was one of the sweetest ladies on this planet. But, he told me, he said, I'll pay you what I owe you. I'll give you the little bit of money I owe you, and it ain't much. A lot of this stems back from, family problems we've had. Him and his father decided to attack and try to kill my father at my aunt's funeral, which would be Jazz's mother. At his own mother's funeral, him and his father acted like that and tried to attack and stab and kill my father. Why I ever made up with him, I'll never know. Because my dad's probably rolling over in his grave that I even spoke to that motherfucker. But, he had to make another comment about my dad that day. And then he tried to screw me out of money. So all that mixed together, yeah, he's going to pay me my money. I've got text of him admitting how many hours and that he was wrong when he added up and that he owes it to me. And also now he owes me a shovel because he took it upon himself to touch my tools and move them. And now I don't have certain things. Certain tools, that he shouldn't have touched without both of us being there. He should have said, hey, come on down, get your tools, whatever, and we'll be done with it. But I don't know if he's scared. I've never threatened a man. I've never been known to be, violent like that or anything. So, I damn sure wouldn't hurt him, unless he raised a hand to me. And then that probably wouldn't go well for him. But I just wanted my money. That's it. I'm not, with the family history, everything in the past, it struck a nerve in me, speaking ill upon my father and then trying to screw me over and my 14-year-old stepson. And then act like you are just the biggest Christian on the planet. And before, or right after he promises, he's going to pay me this money. Or as he words it, he'll donate the money just so he ain't never got to hear from me again. He blocked me. So, how am I supposed to get this money if you block me and you ain't even man enough to negotiate of how you're going to send it? or how I'm going to get it, or how we're going to meet to get it. I'd love to meet in person. You be a man and just hand it to me. You know, but men ain't what they used to be. Even when they're pushing 60 years old and think they're tough. But when you can meet a man eye to eye, hand him what you owe him, and agree to be done, that's what shows true character. That's what shows that you might have an ounce of being a real man in you. I don't know, I'm a little hot off this message he sent me. Said I threatened him. I like for anybody to go back and watch any video, look at any message. I ain't threatened this man. The only thing I threatened him with was to make these videos and send them out to all his family so they know what kind of man he is. All his family that thinks he's just a precious angel. I don't think that's illegal at all. I'll show every man, woman, child, everybody in the family what uncle, cousin, brother, father, Jazz, Butler is. Unless he can just stop being belligerent and stop, disrespecting me, acting like you're above me and you don't gotta pay me that because you just think you're better and above me and that you're too good to pay somebody. You ain't, buddy. Just be a man, meet up, hand me whatever it is you're gonna, pay me. And a shovel also that's left there that I'd like to get that costs $23. The $23 for that as well, or the shovel, and be done. That's it. He'll say, I'll Venmo it to you. He don't even know how to use Venmo. Last time he told me he'd Venmo me a payment, it took me almost a week to receive my money. You can't never get paid dealing with this guy, and that's why I got tired of dealing with him. That's why I didn't give him that hard work that I used to do for people. When you just get nickeled and dimed, and it's like, what am I even doing here? Like, I know I'm gonna walk out of here with about $40 in my pocket today, even though he's promised to pay in full at the end of each day. Cash. Give you cash at the end every day. No problems. If he'd have kept his word and done that, there'd be a whole hell of a lot more work done. I know that. But he didn't keep his word. And then he had to cross lines, about old family problems that shouldn't be brought up. And he claimed my dad owed him a lot of money. But I also heard that money he claimed my dad owed, my dad did a big plumbing job for him that evened it out and cleared it. Yet Jazz still wanted the money and thought that plumbing job my dad did was a favor. You see, he's just always trying to sneak people and always trying to screw them and always trying to put them in a bad light. But I don't know, I'm done talking about it for now. And I'm probably going to just start sending this out, to all his family members, everybody that he knows. I want him to know how he acted when that man died that he owed that money to. How happy he was that man lost his life and he ain't got to pay the money to him. And just all the dirty dealings and all the lies and just, you know, the way he acted when the boy fell, how he didn't want to call the ambulance because he saw his money going up in smoke when that boy fell, who has now passed away. Dang near refused to call an ambulance with this man on the ground, crushed, every bone in his body broke, him in just misery. You know, that's bad. That's not a good person. I tell you, I've been one hell of a bad person. There's a lot of things you could say about me that I've done over the years. I've been, you know, on drugs. I've been a thief. I've been a liar. But, you know, now I'm a father. I work. I don't work as much as I used to because my wife had a near-death experience and I got to take care of her a lot. And, you know, I just take care of my family. I follow the law. I do what I'm supposed to. But I get that mean streak in me whenever somebody tries to do me like this. You know, I don't know. I don't want to fight him. I don't want to cause any crazy stuff like him, you know, and his people would have done. You know, I got more sense than that. I just want to have a meet up. We can shake hands or not, I don't care. But I just want what's owed to me. And I'll see you never, and we walk away. That's it. Is he man enough to do it? We'll find out.